Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Malia, and today I have another mukbang for you. Starting the series of Munchin' with Malia with a Wingstop mukbang. I will be telling you a little story time about the time my dad took everything I owned away from me while I eat some good wings. Let's go and get started. Sorry, my camera was falling, but I got a Sprite, which is a big deal for me because I always get lemonade. I never get soda. So I was treating myself today. And then let's see, I got the fried corn. Oh my god, I had it once before and it was so amazing. I knew I had to share it with you guys. You see that? You guys will get to know that I'm like literally a little foodie. Sorry, this bag is bigger than me. I got my fries. I asked for them well done with extra seasoning, and I definitely see 2 dashes of seasoning. Like, I don't appreciate it, but I get it. And I got bone-in wings because that's what we do over here. I got the Korean barbecue, spicy Korean barbecue flavor. I've had it maybe once before, I don't remember it, but it smelled good last time I saw it. And Louisiana rub. Try to show you. Again, bone-in. Yum. Yum, yum. And I got ranch. Okay, I think I fixed the camera situation. Hopefully it stays still. Sorry if the camera angle kept changing there for a second. But let's go ahead and get started. Like I always say, if you know me, you know when the food comes out, the hair goes up. So it's time to get serious about this food. I'm gonna take the moment to tell you right now that you need to like this video and subscribe down below to be a part of my journey here on YouTube. And comment down below what else you guys wanna see. What other places you guys want me to do mukbangs with, because I like eating, and any other video you guys want me to do. Okay, so I'm telling you guys a story time about the time that my dad took everything I owned, every single thing in my room, and put it in a trash bag and didn't give it to me for 6 months. The real tea. Now, I don't know if you guys have strict parents, but I do. And it's not that they're strict. After this, they began to trust me more as time went on. But at one point, I broke my parents' trust, and this is what happened. So, we're going to throw it back to my 8th grade year, Valentine's Day dance. Not at my school, because I was in middle school, but at my best friend's church. I'm kind of excited for these Korean barbecue wings. We were going to her Valentine's Day dance, and she told me that she was wearing a black dress with red heels. No cap. Ew, I don't like saying that, no cap. But for reals, these are so good. I normally get original hot and lemon pepper, and I spiced it up today by getting the spicy Korean barbecue and Louisiana rub, but no regrets. And this is weird about me, but ever since I had braces, every time I eat wings, I pull it apart with my fingers instead of biting it. So just disregard that. So my best friend tells me that she's wearing this certain outfit, and I'm like, bet. I got a black dress and red heels. Let's do it. We're gonna match. Well, the red heels that I had were some red wedges, and they're wedges, but they were super high. And my mom had bought them for me because I was in like a modeling school, and for our graduation, we were gonna have this big runway ceremony, and I needed red heels for it. That's what the purpose of the heels were, and I thought that was the only place I was supposed to wear them. But after I graduated that school, I kept wearing the shoes to like different events. And so of course I pulled them out for Valentine's Day. And my friend comes over and she comes in the house, and my dad sees what she's wearing. Red heels, red chunky heels, and a black dress. But then when I come out in my black dress and red heels, he's like, no, go change. And I was like, you see, it's her church. She's dressed the same way I am. What's wrong with this? And he was like, you guys are the same height, and you were 3 inches taller than her. Your heels are way taller than her, so go change. And I had an attitude. But for the time, I didn't have that much attitude. Like, I was holding it back because as soon as he said no, I was already plotting what I was gonna do. So I go in my room. This is so good. So I go to my room and I put the shoes into my little purse. And the purse goes from just being this like saggy crossbody bag to like a rectangular purse. It was so obvious. And I'm like, okay, bye guys. Her parents will bring me back home later tonight. And I leave. And I get in the car, and as soon as I'm in the car with her parents, my shoes come off. They were black, ugly heels that I put on. And I put my red shoes back on. And as soon as I left, we didn't even get to the light at the bottom of my street. I get a text from my mom saying, where are your shoes? Your dad's looking for them. I was trying to play it off, man. I thought it was slick. I was like, they're underneath my bed in my modeling bag, the bag that I would take to that class. And then she was like, they're not under your bed. They're not in any bag. Where are they? And I just didn't respond. Like, I acted like, the area I live in, there's not a lot of reception, so I was hoping I could get away with it. Didn't get away with it. They called me. We're pulling up to the church, and they called me, and they said, don't you go into that church. We'll be picking you up right now. Be sitting on the curb when we pull up. What? Hold up. I just did my first sneaky thing ever, and I didn't get away with it at all. I'm freaking out. I'm telling my friend, like, I don't know if you still want to go to this dance, but my parents are picking me up, so I'm going to have to go. She's like, what are you talking about? Like, it's fine. Just give them the shoes back. I was like, girl, you don't know my parents. I got to go. And so I don't even go in the church. I hurry up. I put my black shoes back on. I put the red shoes in the bag. I debated throwing them away. But I was like, that's not helping my case at all, because then when I can't find them, they can't find them. They know the answer. This sauce is so good. That's really good. I'm sorry. I'm a foodie. So they picked me up, and I mean, they drove through that parking lot like a crazy person and pulled up to that curb so fast. I was like, oh my God. My whole family in the car. My little sister was 5 years younger than me, so she was probably 7 at the time. Maybe younger. My mom and my dad in the car. I'm like, oh my God. No radio, silence. I get in the back seat, and my sister to this day makes fun of me for this. I sat down, and after like 3 minutes of just silence, I was like, can I say something? Both at the exact same time. Turn around and look at me. No. And I was like, oh, I can't even defend myself. I knew it was bad. Let me just show you this corn real quick. See that? Oh. So yeah, I get in the car and we pass the house, and I'm like, where are we going? But I knew I can't say nothing. It's silent. There's tension in the car. And we keep driving past the house. I was like, they are sending me to military school. Like, I didn't know what the plan was. But apparently we were going to my dad's job. This one looks a little smaller. It's my dad's job to pick up his car. That's 30 minutes away. So a 30-minute silent car ride, zero radio, zero talking, bunch of tension. We get to my dad's job. He's like, get in my car. So I go to his car that he's going to drive back, like he was picking up his car. And it was silent again. Sorry, you'll get to know me. I kind of like when something's good. Like, I've done it since I was a little kid. So I get in my dad's car. Silent the whole 30-minute way back. So the car ride was silent the whole way back. And we pull up to the house, parks the car, turns it off, doesn't look at me, and just says, take everything that you own and put them in trash bags. I was like, huh? What kind of punishment is this? And all through middle school, me and my dad fought a lot about my room because I consider him OCD. And I'm not like that. I'm not unorganized, but like I know where my stuff is. It might look like a mess to him, but like it's really not, and it's not a mess to anyone else. It's not, my room isn't dirty, but I might have like folded clothes sitting on a chair for a second until I can put them away, and he just like hates that. I always owned too many shoes for him. Like, I didn't have room in the closet for all my shoes, so they'd be all over my room and under my bed, and he hated that. So I was used to having my shoes taken away. All the time he used to take my shoes away and like leave me like 3 pairs or something. So like I go to my room and I start just like, okay, I know how this goes. So I start taking out all my shoes. And I put them to the center of my floor so I can put them in the trash bag. He was getting the trash bags for me. And he comes in my room and he says, "Everything, Malia." And I was like, I'm trying to do his little voice, but I was terrified. I was like, "Everything, what you mean?" But okay. He goes to my closet with the hangers on and just goes and throws it down in the middle of my room. I was like, oh my God, I messed up. It wasn't even worth it. I didn't even get to go to the dance. I didn't even get a picture in the shoes. Like, I just knew it was not going to be worth it at that point. So I'm taking the clothes out of my dresser. I'm getting everything prepared for him to take, and he comes in my room and I have all my clothes, like everything. And he comes in my room and he goes, "Everything, Malia." Like the frustration in his voice is just rising. And he goes to my desk and he said, "What's for school?" And I grab like the binder and he just goes whoosh and takes everything off my desk and puts it to the floor. And I'm like, and he starts opening drawers that still have things in it. He said, "I said everything." And I'm like, oh my God, okay. So then once I get everything in the bags, he comes in my room. He gives me one t-shirt. I want to say it was my PE t-shirt or something like that, just like a basic t-shirt. A pair of the ugliest jeans I probably owned. And my Jordans. And like these Jordans were like passed down to me from like 2 other cousins. They were beat up and they were pink and purple. Like it wasn't a look. My legs were chicken legs. Like the Jordans didn't look good on anything. He said, "That's what you own." I was like, but what? I was lost for words. He was like, "Right there, that's what you own." I wore the same shirt, the same pants, and the same shoes for minimum a month. Because this happened in February. I got some things. He let me pick like 5 things out to get back for spring break. And then I had everything back by summer. But I want to say March, April, that's the shirt I had. And like with good behavior, sometimes he'd be like, "Okay, grab one more shirt." Or he'd grab an ugly shirt for me. My friends at school are like, "Why are you in the same shirt every day?" I'm like, don't talk about it. I have friends that met me during that part of my life and they're like, "I remember you were wearing those Jordans every day." And I'm like, shut up. But yeah, he took everything in my room. My mom was in charge of my phone. My mom, my whole life, has had my back, and now she's turned on me. She thinks I'm a liar. Korean barbecue up here. Louisiana rub right here. Louisiana rub is a little dry. I know it's like a dry rub, but it's like there's like the dry rub is falling off the skin. And the last thing I ever wanted to see were my parents disappointed in me. I got my phone back for school just so that she could text me when she was there to pick me up. And just so you know, I might be licking my fingers, but I washed my hands like 3 times before I filmed this video because Corona has me so messed up. But I was paying attention. But he took away all my makeup. I was obsessed. Till this day, I'm still kind of obsessed with phone cases. I just like matching them with my outfits. He took away all my phone cases. I loved doing my nails literally every day. Took away all my nail polish. I came home from school. I did my homework. I was allowed to watch Family Feud with the whole family before dinner. I ate dinner and I went back to my room, stared at the wall. At the end of the day, I learned my lesson very early, very young, that I want my parents' trust, because after that, after I gained all their trust back, my high school years were so easy. If I told them, "Hey, I'm going out with so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so, we're going to be here at this time," They were like, have fun. I had gained their trust back. If that would have happened when I was 16, I would have went through my whole high school with like not having any trust with my parents. So I'm really glad it happened young. It was gonna happen eventually, but I swear to you, since then, I've never been grounded again. Like, they might have taken my phone for a day because me and my sister were yelling at each other, but I've never done anything to lose their trust since then. I got a lot of freedom through high school, and I got a lot of freedom once I turned 18. And I'm very glad for everything that happened and the way it happened. It happened young. I got it out of the way. I figured out right from wrong very quickly. And I do like respect my parents' decision. Now, do I think it still is over the top? Yes, because I know kids that were skipping school, doing drugs, all this stuff, sneaking boys into their house, and like they like lost their phone for a week. Like, I wore red shoes and my dad cut them up and put them on the front porch so that every time I left the house I got to see them and remember why my life was awful for like 3 months. So it was kind of extreme, but I mean, it got me on point quick. So yeah, but that's my story time of the time my dad took everything I owned. I mean, hair products, girls. I was looking crazy. He took everything I owned and put it in some trash bags and hid it in his trunk for 3-4 months from me. And I learned very young that you wear black shoes to church. Thank you guys. I hope you had a great time with my little mukbang. It's really hard to talk and eat when you are the only person. I don't have time to eat while someone else is talking. But I had a great time. The food was delicious, and I hope we can do this again soon. Please subscribe down below to be a part of my journey here on YouTube. Like this video to see more mukbangs, and comment down below what other things you want to see. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. I'm like kind of going into a food coma. I think this happens at the end of every food video. I'm starting to go into my food coma, so my words are slowing. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll be back with more very soon, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks, guys.